clear some things up for y'all, like who work in the school system, who work in like Congress and all these other places, right? A policy is something put in place by the owners. Like if it's a policy, that means like you just drew it up and this is the policy of the building or the company. A law is when it goes through congressional stuff and they vote it in. That's the difference. So they put a law in effect that kids can't have cell phones at schools. Now we knew that some of these policies, some of these laws are a tad bit sketchy at times at best, right? So what happens is like you start something and it doesn't stick. The law of the cell phone doesn't stick. Why? Because kids gonna always find a way around certain things. So if you can't have cell phones, uh, if you can't have cell phones inside of a building recording certain things, and that got to be all the way around the board. That means Congress can't have them. That means everybody can't have them. Kids feel safe with phones because if let's say you got a teacher that's prime example, the little black boy that had I think he was autistic or something, and the teacher was calling him the N-word and hitting him and all this, and the mom put a secret camera in his hair. Y'all can look that up on YouTube. Had it not been for that, they would have took the teacher's word over everything. So I do believe that this no cell phone policy or law should just be a policy. Like you can't have it out during certain times, right? What happens is that, and I say this respectfully, what happens is that non-do-gooders, such as some teachers, some administration staff, some kids, they get favoritism. They get favoritism. And when you bring it to the people's attention, one or two things happens when you do that. You get fired, or they just brush it under the rug. Well, if you got video proof, right, it saves a lot of nonsense. Like they're trying to pass the law now that you can't record the cops on a stop. Well, why not? Why can't I record you in the midst of your duties? If you ain't doing nothing wrong, this shouldn't be a problem, right? Wrong. They want to do that because they want to take the Jim Crow law back in effect, is what we call it. They say that the law is only for those who are broke, is what I'm going to say. Because if we followed the law, your president should not be in the White House, according to law. If we follow the law, a pedophile cannot run for be president. A felon can't be president. Now, we can't switch it back. When you get somebody that get out of prison, and you be like, well, the policy was at that time. Nah, it ain't. See, rich people pick and choose what they want to follow. And I'm sorry to say this is just the way it is. So you tell everybody, hey, I want somebody that's gonna be honest. I want somebody that's gonna stand on business. I want somebody who's not afraid to speak their mind. And when they do, you want to get rid of them. That's disrespectful for one, and it's a bully move for two. That's what it is. Your policy don't trump law. The police tell you on their policy you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. But they judge you on the side of the road the moment you say, okay, I plead the fifth, then they lock you up. You've been judged immediately. Their policy is that you're going to jail. If you don't say anything, you're going to jail. Because they call it obstruction. But for y'all who don't know, obstruction is a physical act. It's a physical act. The policy they have is if they don't want to talk to you, lock them up. If they don't want to do a sobriety test, lock them up. No, that's called abuse of power. That's what that's called. It's called an abuse of power. Now, if they pass the law that says you have to do this or you have to do that according to subsection whatever law, then that's different. But as long as a cop can get away with what they're getting away with, they will. Everybody was like, man, Carter, why you don't like the way the laws are now? Because it's according to white man policy. And when I say white man policy, I mean Trump. Look how long it took us to get the Epstein files, because the policy said everybody has the right to privacy. Then that means every pedophile across the board should have the right to privacy. But then the law says, nope, we can tell all your business if you create this kind of act. That's what the laws say. So why are we shocked anymore, y'all? The United States of America, where we all live, is a joke. It's a joke. Anytime that you stand up for what you believe in as right, you're gonna always get bullied down. Why? Because right now, what are they saying in Louisiana? Oh, we gotta redistrict, restructure it. Yeah, so the white vote matters, not the black vote, not the brown vote. Their policy that they got in place, they want to now move it to a state law or a congressional law, because white people are in danger. No, they're not. People are in danger, y'all. People in general. What happens is, if you stop teaching so much of this hate, you'll be all right. If you really, like, Trump finds every way to try to, like, break the law, and none of y'all saying nothing to him. You know what you say? Well, when Biden was in, when Obama was in. Well, let's go all the way back to let's go all the way back to Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton was in office, we had a zero deficit. We were straight, right? What happened? Bush, all them guys beforehand, both of the Bushes messed it up. They come in, they fix it. Trump comes in, and I'm gonna give Trump his credit. I ain't gonna dog him out the whole way. Them tariff prices, that needed to happen, because we was getting got. And I support him on that. I support Trump when he says deport dangerous illegal people. Key word, dangerous. Not families, they don't belong here because they're illegal. Your wife don't belong here then. Her family don't belong here. You can't pick and choose who you gonna save and not save. If you break the law, you should be gone. Okay, well, what about what happened at the Capitol on the 6th? What happened then? How come you pardon all them people? Because they was doing it for you. And I believe he is. But here goes the thing. The mid-elections is coming up. Y'all need to understand what that means. Y'all need to understand how important it is to go out there and vote and remove certain things. Democrats, Republicans, you need to go out there and get the seats back for the regular people. You want to know why? Because as long as you guys don't go and vote and remove who needs to be removed, we're going to be in this position. He want to be like Russia, y'all. He want to be a dictator. All them times, they trying to assassinate the president. No, they not. No, they not. Why is it every time that something big finna happen, somebody take a shot at him and don't hit him? I ain't never seen nobody get popped that many times and don't get hit. JFK got popped one bullet, wow, in a moving vehicle. We got better stuff now. I ain't saying pop the man. I ain't telling y'all that. But what I'm saying is, like, y'all got to know when a stunt is being pulled. Don't let them put the banana up the tailpipe on you. Don't let them do you like that. You got to understand, like, exactly. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. Every time that he think he finna go to jail, somebody shoot at him. Every time that he finna lose power, somebody shoot at him. Everybody. They hit Charlie Kirk with one shot. You mean to tell me? That's it? Come on now. We got to be better than this. And I'm not saying cause no harm to the president. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the people that are surrounding Trump, you got to stop being yes men and start being like, hey, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it. Y'all got to start talking to your man. Let your man know, like, hey, dog, what you doing right now is not it. Like, we losing the American people's trust. And once you lose the trust of people, it's hard to get it back. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, whatever you is. Once the people stop having belief in you, yeah, it's hard to get it back. I'm telling you. Gas prices. Oh yeah, for y'all who drive 18-wheelers and y'all got y'all own businesses out there, I sympathize with your pain for that gas price. That diesel fuel is a mother. I drive school buses, so I know what it is. $5 a whop right now. Some places I think they said they were paying like $8 a whop, $8 a gallon for diesel fuel. People gonna be out of jobs. You know what I'm saying? I drive about 120 miles a day. God bless you, because that's crazy. I know that gas price. What do you drive, a diesel? You drive an 18-wheeler? That's about $400 or $500. Come on, y'all. Come on. All he got to do is mind his business sometimes. I get it. You don't want to run and have the nuclear weapon. I support it. I don't think none of us should have it. Nobody should have nuclear weapons. If you're going to fight fair. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you slowing up the process. And if you don't think that Russia and China and all them sitting around like, hey man, let them fools do what they do. They listening to him. Well, let's just wait for the next president to get in there and he'll be a little bit more lenient. Because that's what's going to happen. The next president that get in there going to be a little bit more lenient. Like, nah, we ain't going to go back off them tariff prices, but we damn sure ain't doing this. You got to have somebody that's willing to negotiate correctly. And right now, we don't have that. We have somebody like, oh, I want to build $1 billion dance hall or whatever the hell that fool trying to build. Like, for what? Why is his name on the same building as JFK? He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing to deserve that. But y'all will sit here and be like, oh, he's amazing. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm telling you, the next president, Vance ain't gonna be it. JD Vance ain't gonna be it. They gonna get somebody that's gonna be neutral ground for the people. Right now, Trump ain't doing what's best for the United States. He's doing what's best for the billionaire rapists. That's what he's doing right now. And y'all don't believe me? How come like it took so long for us to get the Epstein files? Have y'all seen the Epstein files on the internet? They got Puffy quick. R. Kelly quick. Bill Cosby quick. They didn't do that. They're trying to go for it. Yeah, they ain't gonna let him run for a third. That ain't gonna pass. Y'all can forget that. He ain't that's never gonna pass. The people ain't gonna allow that one. They know that he's on something. Whatever he on, he need to get off that shit. It ain't gonna happen. But y'all gotta stop being afraid to speak y'all mind. I got pulled over the other day, and this cop, he was like, so who'd you vote for? I said, none of your business. Is that why you pulled me over? And they was just like, man, we just having a small conversation. You don't got no conversation with me, gang. Tell me why you pulled me over. And look, after like 3 minutes, oh, it smells like marijuana in your car. Oh, yeah? What kind? What kind? Because if you trained in this, you should be able to tell me what kind of marijuana it is. Mind you, I don't smoke or nothing like that. Oh, yeah, Trump supporters definitely waking up. Damn, that's a wild remark from them. Yeah, that's what he said. But that's what they do when they don't have a reason to pull you over here in Texas. It smells like marijuana. Let me get the dog. The dog don't hit on nothing, but they'll be like, oh, the dog indicated. Well, what part was the indication? And now, since you lying, I don't want you to search my car. Get me somebody else. And there's times I've been like, yo, get me a black officer. Since we're going to pull the race card, go get me a black officer. Go get me a Mexican officer. I don't want you checking it. Go get me a white dude from the hood, from 8 Mile. Give me somebody that's going to come in here and look it over for real. And then when you're done, give me your name and badge number so I can sue the hell out you. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, where the corruption cop level here is getting worse. You thought LA and New York had it bad. Nah, these Texas cops is horrible. Not all of them, but some of them. Some of them suck at their job. And I keep it a buck. My daughter and my grandson, my daughter was hit by a drunk driver. My grandson was killed, born dead. He said it was a miscarriage. The Sheriff Salazar said it was a miscarriage. A miscarriage is when it happens inside the body. My grandson was born outside the body and lived for a few days. Yeah, Texas, don't get me wrong. Texas is a good place to live. But if you come in here, like if you want to live like comfortable and you can afford stuff, Texas is the best place. But the corruption of law is real. Houston, San Antonio, New Braunfels, Seguin, Dallas, Corpus, Crystal City, El Paso, you name it. The corruption is real because ever since they put ICE in control, ICE always feels like they got the right to talk reckless to you. But see, ICE only tough when it's like 5 or more of them. If you put ICE one-on-one with somebody, they not built like that. They not built like that. I promise you they not. And we've been stopped by me and my homeboy who he's from Cuba. But his family from Cuba, but he's a United States citizen. They pulled us up, where y'all from? I said, yeah, my mama, nigga, that's where I'm from. I'm from my mama. Because that's where I came from. I come from the womb. Yeah, Texas is the South. Still the South. But it's a good place. You know what I'm saying? It's a good place to bring your kids and live and all that. If you really want to move to a spot in New York, move to a space called Elmira, New York. It's like a retirement area, mountains, beautiful living. The cost of living up there is super cheap. Dead ass. But I be telling people all the time, like, when I get pulled over now, I'm an asshole. I'm going to tell you up front. Like, they be like, oh, turn the camera off. Nope. Step out the car. I'm going to step out with my camera coming with me. No, you can't. Your hands got to be free. That's cool. That's why I got a clamp. Don't worry about it. I'll sit the device on top of the car because it'll move wherever I move. I keep a microphone connected to me. Like, all right, come on, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. What are we talking about? Cops are always afraid of the camera and the mic. Because they can't. First of all, when you be like, what you pull me over for? Well, what you pull me over for? You should be able to tell me. If I failed to yield, blinker, something, tell me. You know what they'll do? Well, I'm waiting on my partner. Why? So y'all can coerce something together? Tell me what you pull me over for right now. You ain't got no reason? Supervisor, right now. You ain't asked for my ID. You ain't asked for my registration. You ain't asked me to step out the car. Like, you asked me to step out the car without any officer safety. Okay, let's get out there. But the moment you put them handcuffs on me, I'm being detained, yeah, 15 minutes is all you got. And I ain't answering no questions. Do I got the right to search your vehicle? I got the right to remain silent. Denver, Colorado, whew, that's tough. It's cold over there. I've been there. Denver is cold as shit. That's tough. I love Denver though. That snow, I love the way that snow hit on the mountains. But that's the way it go. Like right now, I'm in the middle of like transitioning from like where I want to move to next. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna live in San Antonio too much longer. Like maybe like another year and a half, maybe. Just after my daughters graduate, then I'm gonna move, relocate. I've been at my job going on 20-some years, so I'm good. I'm good financially. I'm gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way it go. You know, you gotta enjoy life. And right now, like the way the world is, it's hard to provide. Really, like the price of milk is like $5. I'm glad I don't even drink that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people be like, damn, Carter, like it's tough out here. No, it ain't tough out here. People out here gotta speak up and say like, we're not going for this. So I bet you if y'all start planting some gardens in y'all backyard, I bet you they'll be like, damn, how they living? Oh, we living because we smarter than y'all. We smarter than y'all. Because the way the world going, y'all might as well start planting. You're going to have to rebuild your gate in the back so people don't hop over and mess with your garden. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. But the world we live in today is just right now. We got like, what, 2 more years of this? Of Trump? And I'm telling you right now, like, this is horrible. It's horrible right now. Let your kids don't even understand how horrible it is because it's normal to them. I had a white dude the other day tell me, he was like, back in the day, man, if black and brown people would have spoke, we would have just beat them. I'm like, well, I mean, we can speak now and you can still try it. Only difference is now, like, with the open carry law, white people are comfortable carrying the pistol and talking shit. But tell them to put the gun down and have to fight. Oh, they don't want that. They just jumped some dude in the bathroom not too long ago at one of the restaurants down here. They was jumping him. And me and my friends walked in and we seen it was like 3 white boys trying to beat up an old Spanish dude. Man on game. I can't tell you what happened, but let me tell you that we put a stop to it. We definitely put a stop to it. And let me tell you, I guarantee you, they'll think twice about it before they touch anybody else. And it's because we gonna stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I'll stick up for anybody. But most of y'all some cowards out here. Y'all some cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like people like me, I've come a long way. I come from the streets. I turned my whole life around, right? I went to jail. I sat there. I learned. A Spanish dude saved my life. Like when I mean saved my life, I mean he taught me the values of working hard. He taught me while I'm sitting in jail, he's giving me these gems, right? For free. He's giving me these gems. He's like, yo, your friends ain't your friends. I said, what do you mean? He said, you sitting in here. How many of them wrote you? You here for 6 months. How many letters have you received? I said, none. None. He said, you look stupid. Your mama didn't think so. You gotta be on that type of time. You know what I mean? Like people like this that say you look stupid, right? But they can't tell you why I look stupid. They just on here for clout. And let me tell you something like this here. I'm built different. Sorry, it's a whole funeral thing going on, and you gotta pull over. It ain't no joke. So you think calling me the N-word? Let me show y'all what he said, y'all. So he called me the N-word, but I guarantee you, in real life, he would never call me that. In real life, he would never say such a thing. You know why? Because the internet made everybody tough, right? The internet makes everybody tough. But in real life, he would have never said that to my face, because he know like I know, he not built like that. He know like I know. But in real life, he would have been like, oh, I was just playing, because he ain't ready to deal with the consequences of that word, right? Not knowing anybody of any race can be the N-word, because it stands for an ignorant person, which he is right now. I bet you they didn't teach you that in school, because anybody of any race can be the N-word. See, what happened was y'all took the N-word and put the ER on it to discredit black people. But everything that you got in this world was created by a black person. Everything. Only thing your people probably created was debt. We created everything else. The AC, open heart surgery, the stop sign, it's all that. Everything you see was created by a black person. You know what I'm saying? You could call me the, look, let me show y'all let me show y'all. This is what he's saying. This is what the other one is saying. You can call me whatever you want, but you wouldn't say it in public. In public, you wouldn't do it. You know why? Because you know, like I know, how this is going to go. You know what I'm saying? And we don't play over here. Yeah. All these little words that y'all saying, y'all ain't built like that, man. Like, y'all stop it, man. Y'all are not built like that. The foundation was made by black and stuff. Absolutely. Listen, blacks and Hispanic people make this world go around. Blacks and Hispanic people. Some white people do contribute in a positive light, but some of y'all are racist, whether y'all want to say it or not. Y'all say it behind the, we call them Twitter fingers. Y'all say it behind that. I know some good white folks, good white people. You know what I'm saying? They talk to people, not at people. You know what I'm saying? They stand on business though. They stand on business, where a lot of y'all just be N-word this and N-word that. But you wouldn't say the N-word by yourself, one-on-one with somebody that looked like me. And I'm black and Puerto Rican, so enjoy. You know why y'all hate the way y'all hate? Because when black and brown people get together and make a baby, come out looking like this: cute, sexy, fly, pretty eyes, good, all of that. Y'all can't even go outside without the sun burning y'all the fuck up. But that's horrible. Y'all mad because the laws changed and we made something out of ourselves. Black and brown people, we made something out of ourselves. We went to college. Oh, they hate me because of my skin tone. I'm cool with it though. Why y'all be smelling bad? Who is y'all? Who is y'all? Who smell bad, baby? Let me show you. I got that 1 in a million cologne on. I got this thing called deodorant. And why your people smell like wet dog every time when they sweat? Why they smell like a Shar-Pei, a Rottweiler, pit bull? Let's call it what it is. Why your people when they don't put deodorant on, it's extra strong? I'm just saying. If we want to ask all these questions, gang, let's ask them. But let's have some answers to them. You know what I'm saying? Why your people think it's okay to sleep with their third and fourth cousin? Let's talk about it. Cause y'all work, you work where? I work too. I don't stink. Sorry, I work too. I don't smell like no Shar-Pei. I smell like cocoa butter. I smell like I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just clowning right now. Some of y'all do smell like wet dog though. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of y'all stink. Some of y'all really do stink, for real. Some of y'all is bad. You smell, my man smell better than your bitch. His girl smell like his brother. White people don't even wash all their body parts. Nah, they don't wash all their body parts. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of y'all white folks don't even clean the chicken when they come out the pack. Or the steaks when they come out the pack. Y'all just fresh out the pack with all that blood and stuff right to the frying pan. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. Hey, and I ain't saying it's about all white. I'm just saying. His girl, his sister. He don't even go to the cousin. He go right to his sister. One room over. Hey, I love you, honey. Hey, y'all, I gotta go, man. I gotta get to work. Y'all hit that notification bell, man. I'll be back on later, all right? My girl smell like your mama. Damn, she smelled like cocoa butter and Chanel No. 5? Tell that girl where she shopping at. Your mama don't smell like that, though. She smell like 3 black dudes in one night. Kobe. Bye, y'all.